So
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
Whoa.
we're having technical not mishaps, technical
Solutions.
difficulties. Solutions
Now.
not
Solutions,
present.
yes.
Now, because we're here.
Yeah.
We're
Yes, right.
here. We're live.
We're live. Yes.
CCSK Law.
Yeah.
We're at Paria.
Yeah.
So great
Nice.
place.
Yeah.
Excited to get some Saganaki over here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've been thinking about it all day.
Have you?
Yes.
Yeah,
I love this.
he constantly,
too.
he would turn to me and he'd go, Saganaki.
Best Saganaki in my life, Island of Crete, man. When I was in Crete, they brought out this thing. It was like a loaf of cheese, and I'm like, man, these Cretians.
Oh yeah.
Is it Cretian?
They know how to do it.
They know how to do it. I don't know.
Cretians?
Cretian?
Actually, I'm not sure how to.
I don't know.
Oh.
Those who
Jenny
hey,
Crow.
hey,
How are ya?
Let us know if
Hey,
anyone
Jen.
knows the pronunciation, the correct of those people who live on the island of Crete. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cretans. That's not
That
it.
doesn't
We
sound-
should
that
not
doesn't-
call them Cretans.
I don't
That
think that's
doesn't
right.
seem
I don't
at
think it's
all.
right. But regardless, one heck of a Saganaki. You guys have a
Yep.
chance. Make sure you get there.
If you get the chance. If you don't have the chance to go all the way out
Come
to
down
Crete,
to Paria.
come on down
Come
to
on down.
Paria.
Come
Close
on down.
second.
Yeah.
We're down here. It is really delicious, and
We'll get some here in a minute.
I'm
You can hear
missing
the
something.
open.
Yeah, I'm missing something. I'm sorry, guys. I missed something really important.
That's really important.
Oh, he set his drink down on the side.
Set my
over
drink
there.
down.
Oh, see,
I
someone
almost
could
forgot about that.
have like spiked your drink too.
They could have.
That's just for a good night.
Oh, there you
Whoa.
go.
Not recommended.
Let's not do that. Let's not do
Yes.
that.
As the attorneys, do not spike other people's drinks,
Yes, yes.
and do not spike
Yes.
mine.
Yes,
No,
exactly.
thank you. No, thank you. So,
Exactly.
anyway, I hope this is coming through loud and clear. It looks
Yeah.
like we're getting everybody.
Looks like
on
everyone can
there.
hear me. Hear us. Exactly. Oh, hey, that's my
Does
Oh,
make
Grecian.
sense.
Does that make
Grecian.
sense?
just Grecian.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Well, there we go.
Grecian.
Grecian.
Very good, Grecian.
I love how she wrote that out phonetically.
Yes,
Grecian.
Grecian. Thank you. Thank
Thank you.
Exactly.
We need all the help
Appreciate
we can
it. Exactly. That was
So,
helpful. Exactly.
Phonetic pronunciation. Yes,
Yes.
the pronunciation. The
oh, that's
phonetic.
right.
So when in
Yeah.
Rome, or no, I mean when in Crete, though, again, you know,
When in
or
Crete.
when in Valpo, you come here though. Exactly.
That's
like
right.
that. That's
You're
why we're here
supposed to go.
tonight. You know, so
It's good
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Always a fantastic atmosphere here. They do still have the patio open because it is still nice out here. They have
I
it.
thought they had closed it
Yeah.
the other day, but they were just apparently cleaning, getting things ready for the winter. So
Yeah.
they're like, hey, we got some nice weather. We'll go with it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
We got the doors open. It's gorgeous. Actually, it's a beautiful night right now. We're hanging out
It really
here.
is.
It's
Oh
just
yeah, the
perfect
big.
temperature.
So if you've been down here, they actually have this giant. The windows open up, so like
Yeah.
half the building just opens up, and
So
you can get the breeze from
even
outside.
though you're inside,
super nice.
And
Even
not the
though you're
garage
inside
door
also.
concept either. You know, some
No,
of the
not
places
the
you go in,
garage, yeah.
not there's anything wrong with that either, but you still get that breeze and
That
that
depends on the atmosphere you're
environment.
going for. You know,
exactly.
You gotta
But this
know
is
your
more like
culture, your
collapsible
time.
windows going,
Yeah.
you know, horizontal instead of going up and down vertical.
yes,
So.
it is.
But anyways, what's been going on, guys? Anything?
Work,
Work.
working.
Work. Well, hopefully working smarter, not harder, and the
Yeah.
fact that we are creating like one of the things that try to set us apart is use of technology. So things like launching websites,
Sure.
right? That can help facilitate this.
Sure.
Yep. One website that is now done that I am hoping to actually start marketing and start working with. IndianaPropertyContracts.com.
Take two.
Take two.
Take
there
two.
we go. One more time. www. The World Wide Web.
The World Wide Web.
Yeah, IndianaPropertyContracts.com.
Nice.
Idea that you can get template contracts off of the internet from all over the place. And Jenny, we will introduce this new phase here in a little bit.
Oh,
Right, he is
thanks.
still relatively new at this.
Yes.
We are going to jump onto that.
In that
questions
case, I'll
will be
have a
answered.
drink. In that case,
There you go.
I get a little more liquid.
He will
courage.
now chug
There you go.
this while I'm talking about something else.
No. I have to drive.
We will not
We
be
do not
chugging
encourage
anything.
any chugging
We do
of
not
beers.
encourage
Yes.
that kind of behavior.
IndianaPropertyContracts.com.
Right.
Oh, okay.
You can
Good
get templates all
Trying to
over the
just
internet.
weasel it back.
Right? You can get templates in so many places, but we get so worried when someone walks in with a contract that, like, you recognize this was drafted for a state other than Indiana.
Like Legal Doom.
Like legal
Wow.
Doom. No, Doom.
The
Doom.
Legal
We don't know.
Doom.
I don't know that company. You just
The legal
referenced.
doom.
The Legal Doom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta watch for the legal doom.
Yes.
That is out there. I want to think of a clever one for like socket lawyer.
Yes, exactly. Yes. But regardless, the whole point is that it is making sure, I think what he's saying is that we have a great resource for prospective clients and just the general public in general to know where to go to find certain documents that you know you can rely upon that are drafted by real attorneys. I think it's the whole point, right? It's
For the
Exactly.
state of Indiana.
For the state of Indiana,
Specifically
very-
for your
For
business.
Indiana, real attorneys
Yeah.
for your real real attorneys, real solutions. You know, because you have Indiana specific problems. Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Visit the website. You'll see it right on there.
There you go. Nice.
You also see this pretty face. Back when I had the beard,
Yes.
I had the full beard.
Fear the
going.
beard, though. Fear the
Really?
beard. Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. And the longer hair too. I remember.
I did. My hair
had
was
the
a little
Nike
bit longer.
swoosh,
I had the
you know.
thing going.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
The swoosh.
Yeah.
The swoosh. You know.
But then it became summer, and it was just easier to take care of it. We buzzed it off.
Yeah.
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 Well, we're getting to fall.
Yeah. You can grow it out again.
We are. Yeah, I
That
can just
time.
let it go. I'm sure Barbara, my
Barbara will
girlfriend,
like
she'll
that.
love that.
Yeah.
Get your
growing
beard
out.
like mine.
I just no shave September, October, November,
Yes.
December,
Let it ride.
January. you'd
Let
be
it
happy
December,
with it.
January. Yeah. But no. Something that we're doing with the firm, though, is going to be continue to expand our online resources.
Yeah.
We want to be your online resource hub. Something when you come to webinars, when it comes to different areas of our practice, that you can find blogs,
Yeah.
right? You can
Are we
find
ready? Are we
videos.
ready to talk about the? I was going to bring this up. I didn't know if we were ready to talk about it yet.
Oh, well, you're only on Facebook Live in front of the world.
Right.
Go ahead.
Don't keep a
The
secret
November,
from our
the
wonderful
the
people.
November deal.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
ready
we
to bring that up?
briefly
I mean-
mentioned it, but I mean, I think we can
I
kind
think
of.
we can-
So it's not just. I guess probably the best way to say it's not just online that we're
No.
talking about. We want to make sure we're deeply embedded within the business community
absolutely.
in Northwest Indiana, and as well as expanding to other areas throughout the state of Indiana as well too. So
And so we're actually talking about we've got it's in planning. It's 99% of the way there.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
And so this is a live seminar, full day,
hmm
and the name. Well, no, we're not ready for
Oh,
it.
wait,
Okay.
wait.
Hold up.
Wait,
Let's
hold
build
it
it
up.
up.
Let's
Did you
build it up.
did you
Okay.
feel that tension though? You
Yeah.
felt the suspense on that one?
It's so
Wait for it,
awesome that we don't want to talk about it yet.
We have so much awesome planning.
We
When
actually-
it hits,
it's-
it'll be so obvious. We will be doing an entire marketing blitz, right? We're 99% way there. We want this 1% to be perfect, but it's going to be fantastic for you, business people, the entrepreneur,
Let's
someone
just
who
say,
wants to do this thing
Yeah.
right.
let's just say if you're an entrepreneur and you're in Northwest Indiana, this will be the best bang for your buck value you will get the rest of this year and next year. It's
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
I mean, off the charts.
Yeah, and
So I am very excited about this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just,
it's. I mean, again, it's.
it's like, see, these guys are holding me back. They're like, no, you can't talk about it yet. We
Yeah,
got to,
you know.
and I'm like,
It's just
yeah.
1%. It's that 1%. But no, again, it's going to be so exciting because of just the idea that what people leave with. I mean, that's what we're so excited about.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what you leave with, nobody else can. Well, frankly speaking, no one else putting on events that are lawyers too. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
right.
the other thing. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, and not to mention they're not. And then when other people are leveraging, we'll call it their network, when they're leveraging it to say, hey, come to my event,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes Pitch Fest USA. You don't necessarily get results or
Right.
tangible results
Yeah.
when you leave there. You get the opportunity to buy other results.
There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of speech in the seminars. There's a lot of
Sure.
upsells in seminars. This is not that.
right.
You're gonna.
We are
So
bringing
cool.
other. Let's make sure it's clear. I don't want to leave people on. We are bringing in other professionals in tax and insurance
Oh,
and other
yeah.
areas, business growth. I mean, you name it, business planning, business coach. We are bringing in other
No,
professionals.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. A lot of people have been to seminars where you feel like the entire purpose of that seminar
To be
is
sold
to
to?
get you buy something
to be
else.
sold to the whole time.
Oh yeah.
That's not what this is. This is connecting you with resources in a way that you haven't been exposed to yet. This is doing things and taking action in the moment that you're going to be shocked about. You're going to love it.
Okay, I mean, we
really
could say
cool.
that.
So much.
I mean, you could probably say the hinge point. I think we're okay. Just so the name's not there. I mean, doesn't mean
Well, but
that's
the
that 1% thing. I get it.
Yeah.
The name's there.
Listen, I think we've teased it.
Yeah.
Let's hold out there. Let y'all. We'll wet your whistle, and you guys can find out. We'll
Yeah.
do more next week.
Okay.
Again,
Sounds good.
we are yeah. Yeah, we can definitely do more here in a little bit. One of the questions, though, that was proposed, well, it wasn't really a question. It was just there's a new face.
Oh,
I missed the intro.
if
Yes.
you go back a couple weeks ago, you'd catch.
I know,
it.
right?
Insane.
Because we didn't actually sit here and introduce
right.
each of ourselves here,
Oh, that's right.
right? We are CCSK Law. We have
Kurt Kazmerzak.
Isaac Carr, and
Matt Dooley.
that's
yes,
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, sir.
How you doing?
That's right.
Hello there.
Hello. Exactly.
We're doing our
What's
Facebook Live.
We're on Facebook Live right now. Exactly. Yeah,
We're doing a
exactly.
Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
We get fans out there.
So see, when the doors are open like this, you can talk to the patty.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. So
That's right. Shout out legal answers down to people.
no,
That's
no,
right.
we don't do that.
Wait, no, we don't do that.
No,
No,
we're
not
not.
do that.
I thought that was the whole point.
No,
I thought that's
no.
what-
We want to
Wow.
make sure we are doing proper engagement letters with our clients.
And
not
this
just
is why we
like-
bring this guy in. Look
We're
at
not
this,
yelling
huh?
out rape.
So we need
So-
somebody to tame the zoo.
Is that what it was?
To be honest, Matt has done amazing things to help us with our business strategy, help taking CCSK Law to the next level here.
Well,
We
thanks.
really
We're
are.
gonna
Well,
blow this out.
we're gonna blow it up. We're gonna.
Matt-
I mean, you
oh
know,
yeah.
that's the thing is that you know when you just have to sometimes shake the tree a little bit, think outside the box, and move forward. And the great thing about it, again, I think we referenced this several weeks ago, is that you guys were already doing that. It just was a good fit for me to come on board, rather than me have to go into a different firm where I have to kind of explain my different way of approach of business and thinking.
We're
You know
all,
what I mean?
we're all different in the right ways.
You're all different in the right ways to begin with. So it was just a natural blend. So, but hey, nice to meet you, Jenny. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it for pointing out I'm the new face.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Jenny's great.
Will there be any hazing from her? Do I need to be worried about any sort of weird like?
You know, if you run across her in person, you might.
Okay.
Mhm.
So please be nice, Jenny. Please be nice. That's all.
She's super nice.
Okay,
but,
cool.
Did she?
Um,
What was that?
she's on her though.
Jenny, was that a pie that you ate without your hands? Was that there was a contest that happened at the Valpo Life Ideas in Motion Media at their camp down there, and you guys had to
That
tie
might
it,
have been.
and you
I don't
had
know
to
if-
like that kind of intensity. You don't want to come on the wrong side of that.
Well,
talking.
oddly
She
enough,
might not
I've-
haze you, but she might get you. She might persuade you
I got you.
to join in on these antics that you might consider hazing, but she's going to be right
Yeah.
there next to you.
I would like to eat a pie, honestly. That's
without
always-
your hands.
I don't really care. It's
Yeah,
pie.
it's pie.
Actually,
pie.
cake's more my thing. So in case you're going to set up that event, maybe go cake, and I'll dominate with cake. Oddly enough, that's kind of I've watched you draft a contract without your hands, just with a marker. I think it was like a Crayola marker in your mouth. Like,
That's I was a little busy,
You know?
and I
We're
had
gonna
to
call
do
this
some other things.
outtake number one.
Is that what? I'm just saying it made sense at the time.
And it was
I thought-
the contract was really good. That was an enforceable contract.
Yeah,
I thought. That was
exactly.
fantastic.
It was definitely enforceable.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I feel like it flows better, you know.
Yep.
Anyway,
So yeah.
All right.
So,
I can follow that up. Crayola marker drafted a
I don't
contract.
know.
in
I
your
don't know.
mouth.
I don't even know where we go from there.
I don't even know.
I think at that we call it a night. No.
We call it a night.
We call it a night.
That's like
Once
that's
again,
like
someone's
mic
focused on
drop.
Saganaki, not on the show.
That's like mic drop of the century. Like
Or
I
Crayola
made a
marker drop.
I made a marker
I'll say that
drop.
it was
Marker drop.
that was a specific request. Yeah, I don't do that for all clients. It's a very
Yeah, that
very
was
good
it.
clients. Some clients specific.
Yeah.
Most want it typed out.
So does it? I've got a serious contracts question.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Does it make a contract more enforceable and solidified if you sign it in blood?
All right.
See, I had you
I
going
got a
for a
serious-
second there.
you
You
did.
totally
You said-
thought, you
yeah,
totally thought I was
exactly,
right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only point that can really come into play is if somebody were to question forgery of the signature and they decided to do blood so they could later do a DNA test to say, yes, you did agree to this, and here is your blood.
Nice.
Kind of like
Wow.
a fingerprint.
Wow, you came up with
But the question is, does peroxide remove it?
Okay, you're talking a whole new level of forgery.
Yes,
All right? At
if
that
you're,
point,
if you're involving like
Yes, this has only been one.
Yeah, I'm like,
We're
wow.
I know, say
we're
we
not-
just
we're
got
not-
here.
we
We were
just
like,
got here.
this is completely sober.
but
The-
I'm just gonna say right now, if you're having to involve like the state police criminal like lab for like to determine
But
if
I've
the contract
I've
was,
seen fingerprints or
Okay,
thumbprints,
that's
right?
fair enough,
I've
fair
seen a
enough, fair
thumbprint
enough.
on a contract to verify that, yes, you agreed to it.
Yeah. that makes sense.
Extremely rare. You're not getting into that level unless you're doing like $1 billion kind of, or more than that.
Or there's
Or like
a lot
the
of,
IP
I don't know.
patents
I don't
or like
know,
someone
man.
making, like-
There's a lot of banks now that if you do withdrawal, they have their little thumbprint next there you have to do.
I think it's only because they must assume you're a criminal or some sort. I don't know what
That's
they're
right.
thinking. They're like, hey,
That's the assumption.
I
Get
don't
that
know,
guy's
man.
thumbprint.
Some of
I do
them-
agree.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe it's the beard.
it's the
I don't
beard
know.
exactly. That's why Isaac Ernest being sick and tired of things his thumb everywhere. He went,
That's right. That's right. I was, but I've never
It's been a
seen.
long day.
Wow, it is, but yeah.
Yeah, well, as soon as you get the blood question, blood.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Never
What's
seen that
a
one.
bar without
Oh.
blood involved?
I got a question. If I
Better time.
no, this is important. I don't know. If I buy something from somewhere, okay, say a retail establishment, right?
Yep.
And I buy and it comes to the warranty.
Oh,
Am I allowed? Do I get that product or similar value to replace said product, or do they just pawn it off on me as like, you know, well, tough luck, buddy. Here's your, you know, here's your, you know, lesser valued product.
Well, I can tell you. No, so here's
Without saying, you know,
no
too many details,
names,
just, you know,
nothing.
you know, exactly.
I will say that the question isn't do you get, because you're going to get the same value product.
Okay.
You're going to get the same value.
Okay.
The question is if the product that you purchased is no longer available.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
So
That's
that
important
the
detail.
only
Sorry.
thing that matches or even comes close to matching is a little bit more expensive model. Are you required to pay for the difference?
Right.
Or should they just say, wow, you know, hey, our manufacturer didn't even make it anymore.
Right.
Maybe we should go ahead and be customer service here and give you what you need.
And let me just say right now, those who are watching who may know the story at all whatsoever, please don't make any comments about
No
what's going on.
comments, please.
No comments
Yeah.
about this. But I think it's actually it's a very good thing to talk about and bring up, I think, with you guys, because I think people buy extended warranties and buy products, you know, all the time. Oh, do you want to buy the extended warranty? Do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy it? It happens all the time. I don't think people understand what exactly they're purchasing and then what happens in those very weird situations, i.e. where the product's discontinued.
It's a very unique situation. It's entirely odd. And I think when a company reacts in such a way that's like, oh, well, it's not really our problem. We can do this much and that's it. Anything additional you have to pay for. It seems to me like they would say, wow, you know, hey, we can't, this is not your fault. It's a manufacturer's defect. We're going to go ahead and redo it.
Step one, I'm going to say it really matters what kind of warranty we're talking about here, right? There are different kinds of warranties you can get.
Absolutely.
You've come across manufacturer warranties, right?
Correct.
Which just covers if something during the manufacturing went wrong, not even sometimes the assembly, right? Or something that happened after when the car was after it transported, we're talking about a vehicle, but if we're talking about some kind of product that the manufacturer warranty is just covering things that were literally when they were manufactured, they had a defect. Alternatively, there's things like warranty for fitness for a particular purpose.
Correct.
Right.
That warranty is an idea. You'll come across that language that if a company wants to have that what's called disclaimed and said we don't cover that, that has to be expressly in the contract. The contract has huge implications on what warranties and the scope of that warranty.
We need to pause to order some Saganaki.
Oh, do we order Saganaki?
Okay.
Yep.
The camera's facing this way, so you can say
That's
hi.
all right.
Hi, everybody. Hey.
There we go. Come on in.
Hey.
Okay, I'll grab some Saganaki. Any
Awesome.
other drinks?
I think I'm okay right there now.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yep.
thanks.
Sorry.
No,
So
we're
back
good.
to the exciting world of warranties.
Of
and fitness for a
warranties.
particular
So
purpose.
here's the thing. So you're right. So let's talk about manufacturer warranty. So under manufacturer's warranty.
Well, I have a good joke for the fitness for a particular purpose.
Oh, well,
Wait. These are good
Jokes
lawyer
are more
jokes.
fun.
Wait, these are good.
It's mostly the situation of it, right?
Right.
You go in. Have we talked about what the product is?
Nope. And I think we're going to try to stick away from that.
Stay away from what the product is?
Why not?
Although I get where your fitness with your fit purpose joke is going, we
There's
have
a
to
funny
hold off on that.
purpose-
I know.
Yes,
I think we
yes.
need to hold that. We're going to hold back on that because we don't want to get.
Okay,
too
well,
big.
I'll just
Right,
switch it up
exactly.
and say, okay, you're going to buy a garden hose, and this garden hose, you said, I want to turn it into a swing set.
Oh, okay.
And they're gonna be
Good
like,
point.
good point.
yeah, you could do that because I want the hose to go up over the tree, and while I'm swinging, I want the water to come down, so it's like a water thing. And the guy's gonna be like, yeah, of course you could do that. That's gonna be fantastic, right?
Yeah.
All right. He's saying that this hose is fit for the particular purpose of making a swing, and a water swing at that.
Right.
All right. He is now giving you a warranty. Yeah, it's gonna work for that. And so he needs to specifically disclaim that in the contract to say, no, that employee was crazy, right? We disclaim any warranties like that. But even then, you might still have a good case to go back against him and say, no, he directly told me that.
In fact, I think it
Right.
happens most of the time with any
Right,
sort of
right.
product
Sales,
liabilities
right.
case. I mean, it's always going to go back to
Yeah.
But
and
the
that's
line-
why we see all those weird, crazy labels like caution, don't
Yes.
use this for this.
Yep.
Do not use
Right.
X for, don't use this beer glass as a hat. You know what I mean?
But
Although,
the question comes into play of like, when does it just become puffery, right?
Right.
When is it just somebody saying this
Salesy
product-
language.
salesy language, where the person's like, oh,
It's
this
just
product's so great.
It's so
You know,
out of the realm of
It's going to work
possibility
for
that
1,000 years.
Yeah,
And you get
right.
1,000 years like, this thing stopped working.
nobody could really believe that.
It's year 7, and he said 1,000 years. No, he was
Right.
exaggerating. It was puffery, right?
Right.
That does not fall into fitness for a particular purpose. So
But
before we get into that,
I
I
do-
want to say, Char, hey, thank you for keeping our card on hand.
Always appreciate
Yeah,
that.
if you need more, let us know.
Yeah,
We
Always
keep,
willing to
we
reach
try to throw those things out everywhere.
exactly.
So the issue
Yeah.
with manufacturer's warranty. So in this particular situation, a part could have been replaced to fix the entire issue.
Oh,
Had the part still been available, but because they discontinued it, there's no way to just replace that one part.
okay.
And so they got to replace the whole unit. So
Which is not unheard of in technology. Like we
It's
talk about TVs.
totally not.
I mean, anything.
Absolutely.
I mean, nowadays.
Absolutely.
It's all over the place.
yeah.
Which is why they also sell an extended warranty, though.
Right.
And I mean, and going back to the salesy language thing, I want to make sure we talk about that.
Sure.
I guess that's what bothers me sometimes too, as well. Like when you know, those of us who've worked in retail, in sales, in any perspective whatsoever, or advised any companies in those capacities, know the margins and know what they make on these extended warranties, and they know darn well.
Yep.
Okay, this refrigerator on an average lasts 6 years. We'll offer a 3 and a 5 year option, right?
Yep.
Not that we're talking about a refrigerator either. I want to make sure it's clear. But again, it's just that concept that okay, in that case, then we'll offer the 3 and the 5 year. But then when you actually go to make that claim, and you're like, hey, I need this help with this product, and and you get fought tooth and nail.
Oh, absolutely.
Or no way to like just say write it off or say, hey, you know what, we're gonna eat $100 when you're making thousands upon thousands of dollars off of everybody else collectively in an insurance pool. Essentially, is what it is.
And
insurance. Yeah.
I mean, the interesting thing is that in this situation was that there was a large purchase. This is just one piece of that entire purchase. That there was a small defect in this one piece, and it could have been fixed had the piece still been made. But that's where the question comes down is, should they replace the little bit higher cost item, or should they charge the difference to the client? And
since I can tell you it's not a refrigerator, and I already told you that, it would be the same analogy essentially. It would be the same analogy, frankly. It would be in the same perspective as a refrigerator. Say you buy a refrigerator, and it's part of a appliance suite for a kitchen suite, right? And you know that patina of that stainless steel and that model and everything, handles and everything matches your other suite. And all of a sudden now that one part makes your refrigerator defunct. They
like
can't work.
let's say the door hinges don't work anymore. But they can't replace it because they don't make that type of refrigerator anymore.
Right.
But the only refrigerator that even comes close to matching the other rest of your stuff in the kitchen
doesn't match. It's not the same color, like stainless steel.
Well, it's the same color. Let's say it's the same color.
Okay.
But let's say the handles are different, so the handles won't match up with the handles on the stove.
There's a special
oddly
design,
enough,
like a
I
special
actually-
little curvature thing that just matches all the other handles.
Something else that I thought was really interesting one time, speaking of that exact issue, and I realized way afterwards, I'm like, I really can't make a complaint about it, was that we bought an appliance suite one time.
Yeah.
And the digital screen on our refrigerator that has 32 degrees or whatever it is was green. The stove was blue. Ready for this? The microwave was green. And so you're looking at your microwave hood, range hood, right above your stovetop.
That had to be weird.
And it was blue there, and it was green there. So oddly enough, it was the same similar situation. Hey, wait, look at this guy here. Facebook Live. Here we go. We're at Pariah.
See if we can get that.
We just let Isaac's beard on fire. There we go.
Good stuff.
Here we go. Right. There we go. Here we go.
This is it.
This is worth taking a break from.
Nice. Yep.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Smells
Awesomeness.
phenomenal. If you can smell this through, let us know. Give us a comment.
You'd
Say
wanna buy- you'd wanna eat it if you
smells
did.
because it's really good.
So anyway, so it's interesting. So then the other question, with the manufacturer's warranty like this, so let's say you do this and the dollar amount difference isn't crazy, but it's just the point of there being a dollar difference. So the question then becomes, do you work to negotiate it out, or do you take them to court? What's your time worth? What's the cost going to be? And you have to balance that equation to say, is it better just to bite the bullet and be done, or is it better to say, you know what, screw it, I'm no matter what
I prefer to bite the cheese or the
Yes.
bullet. I mean,
I bite the cheese.
So and so I'll say that the two sides to this, right? There is a business incentive to work with them, and then on the consumer side, sometimes it's not worth pursuing.
Right.
But on the business side, and I'll say that this is where we depart from some attorneys sometimes, because we'll step into a business role.
But you can
might-
sue.
Well, yeah. Oh, but you could sue. You could.
You can hire us.
You could. but sometimes it doesn't make sense to take that action. But on the other side, as a business, sometimes it's worth giving up a couple $100 to get the reference from the client. Because when that client says, wow, you know what, there was a mistake, but they stepped up, I'm going to refer other people to them.
It makes
It's a long term.
It makes a difference.
Versus some person saying, you know what, it's a couple $100 that we don't have to give you and we're not going to give you. And if you want it, you can sue us.
Or
What kind of business? What kind of
frankly,
business
that is
practices are
you will never buy an extended warranty ever again from anybody if that ever. I mean, you're not just ruined a reputation with one company. You are ruined a reputation permanently for extended warranties.
I'll give you a great example. So, when years ago, my daughter was first born, and my wife wanted a minivan, so we bought a minivan from Toyota.
Your wife, you didn't want the minivan? I don't.
No, I didn't.
No,
She
you're
wanted-
not.
So we bought a minivan.
Okay, so we bought a minivan.
She talked me, and so growing up, my dad always said, never get the extended warranty, it's a rip-off, blah, blah, blah. She talked me into doing it, $1,600.
Okay.
And I said, fine, whatever, that's fine. So we did it. Then, a couple of years later, there was an issue. She got in an accident, and there was some body work to be done. And all the law and everything, we can get into the details of the law, but basically what happened was the body work was done by the Toyota place. They did not do a couple things.
Okay.
And so the engine seized up, and the engine needed to be replaced.
Okay.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. I mean,
And so they ended up covering it under the extended warranty. Now, first they balked and they said, we're not covering it.
well, yeah, it's your job to pursue that. By the way,
Right.
Make sure
You
it's
gotta
accurate.
push it. You gotta push it.
They're not
Push
going to
it.
do it. Yeah, exactly.
Push a little bit. And so we pushed just a little bit, and the next thing, under the extended warranty, they ended up covering a $6,000 engine replacement.
Wow.
Hey.
And I've had multiple Toyota since then. I drive a Toyota truck now, and it's because
And today's
they-
episode of CCSK Law
Sponsored by-
Sponsored by Toyota. Exactly. As
But
Kurt's the only one with a
realistically,
fork
I
right
mean-
now and no one eat the cheese.
Yes, I am.
You guys notice
I'm
that?
not- I am
Comment
not.
right now if you're noticing that Kurt's the only one eating the cheese right now. Okay.
So you guys should dig in. Here,
So
I've got all their silverware over here, though. So.
Look,
Yeah, he
seriously,
took all
he's
the
holding
silverware.
silver
And we're
God,
like,
it's
hey,
Canada,
can we
right?
have- no.
Yeah, exactly. No. But no, I think that was a good topic to make sure we bring up, because I think it happens
Yeah.
all the time. And, people, and this is not an endorsement one way or another to say get an extended warranty, don't.
No,
Something
it's
like that.
not.
But
Not at
I
all.
think
Oh,
what
sometimes it doesn't make any sense.
sometimes
Sometimes it doesn't make any sense
I
to get
agree,
this
but I'm
anymore.
just saying that that's up
Yeah.
to the individual
It
consumer.
really is.
And sometimes some people just don't like the hassle. They say, I like to hedge my bet. I like to reduce my risk. Some people's personality just says, that's what I like to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I will tell you is, I think Isaac brought up a great point, is just because it's not going your way doesn't mean it's immediately, I'm going to call my attorney and file a lawsuit over a $100 toaster.
Yeah. No, you got to push a little
By the
bit.
way, if you're spending $100 on a toaster, don't. That's my other tip
$100
from the bar,
toaster.
because that was like,
There's
I just
your
said, but regardless, it's something to consider. What are all the other elements a time hassle of your life? You know, I mean, are you going to get attorney's fees, court costs? I mean, you know.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you know, we do get calls from time to time, everything from real estate to cars and other things that you get some major issues on warranty, so to speak, that you would have to discuss and figure
And
out.
sometimes, sometimes people are just saying, you know what, it's worth the battle for me, even though it's going to cost me more, just because it just needs to be done right.
That's true. That's
And
true.
so that's for each person to find out on their own,
Mhm.
determine what they want to do.
No, for sure. But if you have questions, we get free initial consultations. We'll just talk with you. I mean, don't
Give
get
us a
too
call.
specific,
Yeah.
but you can post here on Facebook. But send us an email. Give us a call. And what's that number?
219-230-3600, 219-230-3600.
Right.
Also check us out at ccSKLaw.com.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you can put in a specific question and email it to us through there.
That's right.
Right.
We have a contact form on there as well. You can feel
Yep.
free to reach out to us. But I think
We're
no,
past our time.
I think we're
You're
past that.
doing
Yeah.
all right.
That was a good topic.
thank you for joining us
Thanks a
today
lot,
at
guys.
CCSK
Yep.
Law here at
Appreciate seeing everybody.
Perea.
Glad we had somebody out.
Yeah.
Appreciate it,
Come
guys.
get some flaming cheese.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week.
Have a good week.
Have a good one. Bye.